Hello, YouTubers. Having some problems with my machine that I normally play games on, and I thought I'd make something that maybe you'll find interesting. In the game 7 Days to Die, you can use fiber to like make things, like make cloth and rope and whatnot. And some of you may not know how to use fiber to make rope. How does that happen? Um, Basically, what's happening is you twist the fibers together, which sort of creates an internal tension. And when the tension tries to relieve itself, it can either untwist or it can twist in the opposite direction upon itself, and that will help relieve some of the stresses that you impart on the thing. So, what I've got here, this is yucca fiber, and I've pre-twisted the first bit of it. You can see this is the fiber itself here. All right, and it's green and whatnot when you first do it, but this has been dried out a little bit. And I've done the first twisting just so you could see what I'm talking about. You see this has a twist to the fiber. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to spin it in the direction of that twist so that it's making the twist tighter. And what can happen is if you spin it and then let it go, see, it's going to want to twist upon itself, just like that. So this was the first spinning of just some of the leaves, and it shows you it's a pretty strong cord as it is. But if you wanted to make a stronger cord, you could either use, this is a two twist. I don't know if you can see that. There's only two bunches of fiber that I've twisted. And if I spread that open, you can sort of see those are the two twisted bits of fiber. What you can do is use more than two twists of fiber, or you could use the initial twist like this, and then accentuate the twist some more. And what's going to happen is it's going to double up into a stronger rope. Obviously, this will be instead of two fibers, it'll be now four. So that's going to be twice as strong, roughly. Okay. Now, I don't have any yucca with me at the moment. It's outside. So I do have some cotton, and I can show you that it works like with cotton fibers. I've also done this with just yarn to make cords for like around the campsite, or to hold a token if I go to an event and they have a token that you have to display. You can do that. So I've used it with yarn as well, but I'll show you what I can do with cotton here. So this is just a cotton ball that I've sort of spread out. And so you just see cotton fibers. So here's some cotton fibers. And so I'm just going to twist this. So now I've twisted it. Oops. And I'll fold it in half, and what that's going to do is the tension in that twist is going to make it want to spin. Alright, so to do it, I'm going to twist fairly tight and then let it spin to relieve some of that tension. Twisting it, twisting it, twisting it. So now you see that I have a twisted piece of more sturdy twine. You can pull this cotton apart pretty easy, you can see here. And you say, well, that's only an inch or two, and how do you do anything with that? Well, when you get to the end of the twist, you sort of tease this out and get a little bit more cotton. And then you can add that to this. All right, so now I've got that much more cotton on that side. And so then you just continue twisting. Twist, twist, twist. Now this side is a little bit too short, so I would get a little more cotton. And I would add it to this side. Tease it out a little bit so that they join well. And then twist them together. It's a little hard to juggle here. Normally I do this by rolling the fiber on my leg, but you can't really see that here as easily. So there you have it. And you just keep on adding to it as the longer you want to go. Now you might think this looks, like yarn, and that's pretty much what it is. And if I've also used this to take pieces of yarn or even just other string to make different, like this here. This was made from just twine, sisal twine that you make at the dollar store. It's a little rough. What I'll do is once this is twisted together, I will take a lighter. Let's see if I have one handy. I do. Got a lighter here. I have a lighter, and what I'll do is I'll just burn off some of the extra fibers, and then it's a little more clean in that area. So, but I've used this to twist yarn together to make cords for camping, wicks for candles. You can use this here to make a candle wick, although some of you have looked at a candle wick and saw that it looks more braided. The original candle wicks were like this. They were just made from basically yarn. And they found what happened is when they burned down, the wax would get lower, but the wick would stay and it would curl. It would lead to an inefficient burning. And they found that using a braided wick instead of a twisted wick actually makes the ends when the ends burn. What happens is they flay out and get to the hotter part of the flame, and they automatically burn off. So that's what's going on while I'm waiting for a part to come back for my computer so I can actually do something. So just a little trivia, something I learned during a tour in Moundsville, West Virginia, of the Moundsville Indian mounds. They made mounds there that it's where Moundsville got its name. And I learned it 40 years ago. And it's just been something I've used all my life. So thought I'd share. Take care.